Good evening, everybody. We are hoping to have you join us as you have been faithful viewers since May of 2020, and we are restarting Black Talk platform this evening, March 2nd. I am your host, Dr. Deborah Jenkins, and we are happy to be back here with you. Tonight, I have what I am excited to host a wonderful show to kick off Women's History Month with two dynamic Black authors, women authors. Um, you know me, I would have had them on at some time anyway, probably, but this is Women's History Month, and I wanted to bring them on so that you can be exposed to their work in the same manner as I have been. Let me share a few words about our hiatus because I know that those who will be joining us tonight are anxious to know how I'm doing, how my sisters, our children are doing, and our entire family after the passing of my dear mother. And guess what? I will not sit here and lie to you. My oldest sister, who is viewing right now, hey Juanita, she keeps asking every day, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm one of those people who will say, "I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay." And I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not okay. But in the very same way that I began Black Talk platform last May, I am restarting tonight in a sense of catharsis. I want to do something, and you who know me well know that I strive and thrive actually better when I am helping others. And so tonight, my hope is to help these wonderful authors who are joining me tonight to promote their books, promote their work, to share with my audience what good things they're doing in their community and how you might be a part of it. So, what I would do in terms of asking you to continue to support me and my family is simply ask that you continue to pray for us. This is not easy, and anyone who's ever lost any parent, but in particular, a wonderful, dynamic mother, um, your life is not the same. Your life is not the same and perhaps will never be again. And so you're trying to adjust to life without that very special person. And that is actually where I am. That is where my sisters are and our children. And we just ask that you continue to pray for us. If you care about us at all, continue to pray for us. But I will not pretend to be okay because I'm not. What I am is able to help my sisters, and that's what I'm going to do by bringing on these dynamic authors to join me tonight, and hope that you all will support their great work. Is that okay? Okay. As we always do, we're very interactive. Put a question, put a comment in the chat. I will get to it and I will respond, and they will be able to respond. You know, this is how we do. So, without any further delay, I'm going to bring on these dynamic authors. My first author, my first guest is author Tamika Reed. I'm going to bring her in to the show right now and have her introduce herself to all of you. Welcome, Tamika. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tamika Reed, and thank you for having me today, Miss Dr. Deborah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate being here with you today. Hi, everyone.
Great. We're happy to have you. We're happy to have you, and welcome, welcome. And I'm going to bring on now this sister I know personally. We have ministered with each other. Tamika is just coming into my circle tonight, and so I'm happy to have you, Tamika. But let's bring on L. Chanel Thompson. Hello, hello, hello. Uh-oh, you're muted. There you go.
Hello.
Hello and welcome.
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
Hi. I am L. Chanel Thompson, affectionately known as Minister L. I'm so glad to be here tonight. On this Tuesday, that's really like a Monday.
Is it?
But I am a wife, mom, boss who's super powerful with Proverbs 31 goals. Period.
Yes.
That's what I want to do. Whatever he wants me to do, I want to do. At home and in business. And I'm an author too. I write a little something, something. So
Yes,
thank you
yes.
for having me here, Dr. Deb. It's so good to see your face. It's so good to hear your voice.
Awesome.
I heard your intro and we love you. And
Well,
we're going to
thank
keep
you.
praying and we're going to keep sending our love your way. And you're going to feel it. You're going to feel this. We're going to send it
Amen.
so strong, you're going to feel it.
Amen. I love it, and love it some more. I love it, and some more. So listen, listen, listen. I want everybody to come on in this room. Come on in this room. The numbers that I'm seeing never really tell the whole tale. By the time I get off this show, I'll see like 5, 10 people watching, but that's just not the true number. The true number is usually more like 200, 300. So we are waiting for all of you to come on in because I don't want you to miss these energetic authors. They are just so wonderful. I'm already feeling their energy in their introductions. And so let's get into it. Let's get into it. Now, just the format, just for the Tamika, I know you've never seen my show unless you've gone to YouTube and looked at some of the archives. You may have. I'm very laid back because I really don't want the focus to be on me. I want it to be on the content that is being shared. And to be quite honest with you, hey, my brother Ronald Hartridge, to be quite honest with you, this is a topic, Black authors is a subject that is much lighter than many of the ones I have tackled over
Amen.
these last few months. I mean, really. So we get to have a little fun tonight. We get to have a little fun tonight, and I'm here for the fun. Tamika, talk to us about your inspiration for beginning your career as a writer, please.
Okay, so I'll just say this. This was never my plan. This, when I do interviews and stuff, I always say this is my plan for my life because this is something it took for me to lose loved ones, to go through the struggles and the pain to birth these books. And
Mm,
so I want people to be inspired and encouraged and motivated to do my work. I lost my first daughter's father. I lost my second daughter's father. I lost my mother, sister, and my grandmother. So dealing with all of those losses brought me to where I am today because I want
mm,
people to know your loved one will always be with you. They will always be in your heart. Okay? So even with you losing your mom, you're not alone. I'm here. Air
oh,
hugs to you. I am so sorry for your loss. You're going to
thank
be
you.
okay. You know,
Amen.
it's said and done. I'm speaking it. I know. Easier said than done, but you're going to
Sure.
be all right.
Yeah.
As you know, your mom will want you to keep smiling, keep that beautiful smile, and keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Thank
But
you.
my first book is titled Napoleon the Shining Star. That book is to help a child cope with the loss. I've had adults buy it for themselves. It's not your average children's book, but it's a wonderful book to let you know that your loved one will always be in you. And so my second book is my story. It talks about the losses, the struggles, being a single mom, the setbacks, the obstacles, all of those things that I had to go through is in that book. Basically, people know that you are not alone. You are not alone. If I'm here still standing, you can be here and still stand too. You just got to have that faith in God, trust that everything is going to be okay. It will, because I'm here, I'm still standing. And I just want people to know you can be here and still stand too. My third book is titled Inspire Your Way Through the Storm. Inspire Your Way Through the Storm is a quote and poem guidebook to inspire people through the storms that they face today for a better tomorrow. And so it's a good book. I basically dedicated that book to my
Wow.
because I was going through so many hard times. And I said, you know what? I wish my mom was here, but just to hear the little voice in my head that sounds just makes me smile and say, you know what, Tamika, you gotta get it together. Get it together. And my
Yeah.
fourth book is titled Susan's This Is the Color, which is a children's book to help children learn their main colors in a fun way with Susie. I am
Oh,
currently working
nice.
on my fifth book, so I'm just, continuing to do God's work. Because, like I said, this was it took for me to go through some things to get to where I am right now,
Get there.
and I love it because I love inspiring people. I love writing quotes and inspirational messages to not give up. It's going to be okay. You just got to hold on to that faith and keep on pushing. Yes.
Amen. Amen. I mean, that is so. Let me tell you all why I'm so inspired by what she's just shared with us. And I did not know this before. I was doing some promotion for a whole nother project. Elle knows about it over on Instagram. So Tamika happened to see the promotion,
Mm-hmm.
but she didn't ask me about the promotion. She saw my bio somewhere, I suppose, on my page or something, and she just inboxed me and she said, "Do you ever interview authors on your Black Talk platform?" And in my mind, I was like, "Look, I'm looking for people to do this thing, but yes, I do interview authors." Let me tell you about the power of God. Now, in retrospect, all I knew is that she was a children's author. I did not know the inspiration for her books. I've just learned with the rest of you. And look at how God causes people to come into your life who have experienced what you are experiencing. My mom was still alive when she reached out to me. So this
Yep.
was a part of the healing. So God bless you, Tamika.
God
God
bless you
bless
too.
you. You didn't know, I didn't know, but God knew why
Yes,
he had you to reach out. And so I'm
that's right.
encouraged, I am inspired, and I can't wait to purchase and support your books. I'm going
Thank
to
you.
run her banner before I bring Elle back on to ask her the same question that I asked Tamika, because I want you all to have a way of purchasing her book, their books, and whatever other services that they may be providing, because you know what, just like I just shared with you all, I have no idea, you have no idea. We need to
Right.
get out of the habit of poo-pooing what we need, just
That's
because we
right.
don't see it as a need immediately.
That's right.
And so you have been a blessing just in what, 12 minutes. You've been a blessing, and I appreciate you. And however I can continue to support you long after this show has ended,
Yes.
please don't hesitate to reach out. Okay? Is that a deal?
Yep. Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, awesome, awesome. L, we need to get a banner up for you as well. You can put it in the chat for me, or maybe it's already there. Yep, I got you. She's ahead of me. Do that
I
thing.
was Big Mom Boston, sis. I'm telling you.
All right.
I'm
Because,
telling you.
all right.
Tamika, first of all, so there's a hashtag that I created about 4 or 5 years ago. Hashtag Authors Unite, right?
Yes.
Because we're in this new age of self-publishing. We have access to things that we did not have. Some people don't even realize how hard it was to actually get a book published before
Uh,
now. This is a whole new dimension that we have entered into. And so
Yep.
I just
yeah.
want to say, God bless you. And
God bless you too.
this is, nothing is by happenstance, because I have like 3 or 4 children's books that I'm
Wow.
trying to get written. A whole series that I want to write with my sons. Like y'all, this is crazy how this
Wow.
hashtag Authors Unite. That's what I'm right. So one of the
Yes.
things that Dr. Deb didn't mention, but I'll mention here, is that we are preacher ladies in common. We are
Yes,
co-laborers in the
we
gospel,
are.
right? And preachers can talk, right? We have this gift of gab. We have this charisma, right?
Right.
But my gift is writing. It has always been writing. In the quietness of my preparation, that's the gift that I had. That was the escape for me. So becoming an author kind of was a fight. It was a struggle, right? Because you're a writer all the way up until you're published. Then you're an author, right? And so I fought. The inspiration was really the Lord saying, I'm going to keep giving you books, and right? I'm going to keep pouring, and you just going to be, you know how when you ate too much and you just uncomfortable, right? Even though you've eaten good stuff, good food, right? But too much. And that's what the motivation, and even, you know, as a coach, I'm a motivator, right? I don't want to just make you happy. I don't want to just motivate you to feel good about what you're thinking about doing. I motivate you. I push you into action. I make it so you don't even have an excuse. And so that is how the Lord got me to become an author. Wow. That's what had happened was. And so the first book that I wrote literally was one chapter out of one book that had been written over 20 years ago. Wow. Just want to put it out there. Like, for everybody who's saying, you know, one chapter became an entire platform, literally. And so the Drama-Free Blueprint, little old itty bitty book.
I have it.
It's about 60 pages or so, something like that. But that little itty bitty one chapter out of that one book became the platform for everything that I do in the way of authorship. Right. It is how I do things. It's a mini journal, right? It's a journey through your motivation, right? It's to show you. It's born out of my prayer life, really, right? Where I used to literally write my prayers on index cards and put them in a shoebox, the time and the date, and then go back and look and say, wait, did he answer that one? And I would be like, oh, snap, he answered this one. Let me write the date. Because there's something about building your faith with journaling. Like, God is invisible. So it's a little, you know, this relationship with him, we have to make it tangible. Yes. And so journals and writing for me has always been that way to make my relationship with God tangible. So that's the whole thing, right? And so then the book started coming out. You know, once you break the dam, as they say, right? It starts to come out. And so the second book was about something else that I love besides Jesus: clothes, fashion, right? So I have a book because I'm an image consultant, right? People come to me, you know, about my lashes, about whatever. And so I wrote a book called Fashion Hack Facts. And it's just volume 1 because I it's a few more, right, that need to be written. But this one was about know thy style self. And y'all know it's some Jesus in there, right?
Right, of course.
You know, I can't say anything or write anything without it going right back to the source, right, of my everything.
Right.
So basically that's what that was. And we did some Sunday style sessions online, and that was really fun. And God was like, okay, get back to, okay, you did that was cute. Now get back. Right. And so I started to author 21 Days to Free, which was my third book, but it's not actually published. It's still in pre-order right now. And that's basically an extension of the Drama-Free Blueprint. It is a 21-day journey to your drama freedom.
All right.
Right. Where it is a journey. It's over 200 pages. And it's day by day. Daily I will worship thee. Daily I will practice drama free. Okay,
right.
Because daily you will be
challenged. Right.
That's
absolutely right.
Yeah.
And then I had the opportunity to be in an anthology, which was awesome. That was called Best Advice That I Never Got. For women, for daughters, for our daughters, right? And that thing took me deeper because I had to think about, like, what would I tell my younger self, but what is something that I had to learn? I I had to live and learn. Like nobody never told me, nobody ever thought to tell me this.
Right.
And so that was an awesome journey, being in that, but it wedged, now it's pushing some other stuff out. Right. And so my next thing was, this thing called the Love Blueprint that I just released. And I had to release it as, a mini journal, because this is another like 200 pager, right?
Wow.
It's like, it's going places here. And about love, what is love? What is this 4-letter word? What is this thing? It's not a cuss word. It's a 4-letter word, but it ain't a cuss word. And I thought he was going to just let me stay in the eros, right? In the romantic, how should a woman and man, love? And he was like, yes, sis, no, sit with me a while. And so this is about loving up, loving in, and then loving out.
Love it.
And that it's okay if you don't ever get past the place of just loving up and in. Like that loving out is extra. That loving out. We really, we say love your neighbor as yourself, and we skip over as yourself. As if.
Wow.
As if, and he just has been working with me, especially with COVID, and how we have been challenged with loving out, because guess what? We ain't been loving in. We were tapped from the start.
Right.
We were love starved from the start. And then when all that stuff started happening last year, he was like, see, that's why y'all mad. This is why y'all mad. You've forgotten to love me, and you have just forgotten to love yourself. Pour into you. You cannot put your mask on first. Put your love mask on first. Look your own self in the first thing you do when you go to the bathroom, you gotta brush your teeth. Look your own self in the mirror and say, hey, what's up, girl? My dude, what's up? Like do that, right? Because that's the way God started the relationship. And if we follow his blueprint, everything's a blueprint for me. If we follow his blueprint, right? He just created one man. This thing blew my mind. Like he didn't create all of human beings. He created one dude to have a relationship with. Like, why are you doing the most? Why are you trying to have all of these? God created Adam and was like, hey, and by the way, Adam, you have a relationship with Eve first. Like we just, that thing just blew my whole, like I watched you guys relate, but I'm talking to Adam, like, wow, that thing was crazy, right? So anyway, those are all the books that are available. And then so many, this year with the challenge was 2021, get a book done each month.
All right.
Lord have mercy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hope y'all praying.
Wow. That's a lot. But you can do it. You can do it. If that's the mandate, you can do it. Yeah. You can do it. And so that's also inspiring. I love the whole love up, love in, then love out. My mother, throughout this whole COVID, she kept saying that to her, God was saying, we've been so incredibly selfish as a people, that we've been so selfish, and that the pandemic has been God's way of getting our attention. I mean, she repeatedly would say that, and I was like, you know what? You're right, Mom. If you just stick to the United States, and I'm not going to do my political thing tonight, but if you just stick to the United States, we live in a culture of selfishness where it's all about what I can get
my
from
Lord.
me. Not about how I can help Elle or how I can help Tamika. It's about what can Deb do for her. And that is not the relationship with people God ever intended. Like you just said, God created Adam and then gave him Eve for him to have a relationship with her, and not to just abuse her, and not to just take from her, but to have a relationship with her, because he was to have a relationship with God. And then it would become like that they would all be connected. But we have we've missed so much. So, woo, I look forward to that blueprint.
That thing is
Mm-hmm.
right.
That's
You know
incredible.
what? Deb, you hit something that I didn't even think about, right? That even the way that he puts us together in his
Yes.
cosmic puzzle,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
The win, right? He brings us together. Like you met Tamika at this time,
Yeah.
right? It's not, and you were always going to meet her. You were always, it
You're
was
here to
always
stay.
going to happen. And it's true. And I think that we just don't, we don't we don't take the time to like process
Right.
what God really does. We're like, blessings, I mean, praises up, blessings down, and woo, let me rock in it. And we
Right.
don't even take the time to think about how he just masterfully does. You know, he's just sitting there with, like I call it the cosmic puzzle, and he's just moving pieces. And we don't even, like, he's eternal and he's moving
Yep.
like the waves, and we over here like, give me this, like you said,
Give me. Yeah.
consuming, right?
Mhm.
Taking it.
Mhm.
He told so don't, I mean, Samuel,
Oh, did she freeze?
don't pull,
She did.
because they'll get me.
Okay.
They'll get me for misquoting scripture. He told Solomon, don't add to yourself.
Mm.
Now, geez, what? He told me, he said, you the wealthiest, you don't have to add nothing to yourself.
Right.
And we sit up here and like, let me give it to me, give it all to me, right? Even
Yeah.
our loved ones, right? Because I lost some people too, right? And it wasn't my mother, right? It wasn't my father, but it was someone tethered to my spirit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it was as if
Right.
I lost a piece of me, right?
Sure.
And that's the thing. We and all I could say was, oh, if I could have just talked to her one more time. Oh, I just wanted to hold her hand one more time. And he said, what stops you?
Mm.
I'm like, you ain't rubbing my back? What, Lord? What? He said, what stopped you?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Who prevented you?
Yeah.
Who stopped you from loving out when you had the feel to do so?
Yeah.
Or to help when you could, like Dr. Deb is doing some crazy stuff, y'all,
Yes.
right? And she is pushing out all this love for her people,
Right.
because we are people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and nothing's stopping her, right? That's
right.
inspiration right there. That's motivation right there. Nothing is stopping
That's right.
her loving out, because she's like, I got some. I got it in. I know he loves me. I'm
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
and so what do we do in response, right? What do? We fill her love bank up with our prayers, right?
Thank you.
With our response.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Right? When you log on to her show, you're putting back into her love bank. Now she's going to be able to push some more out. So she never really feels a void.
Yeah.
She's missing her mom, but she doesn't feel this empty. That's what God is trying to tell us.
That's right.
It's too many people feeling the empty.
Yeah. And that's absolutely true. And let me just say hi to some of the folks over here, because I know that people are checking in to check in on me to see if I'm okay. And if you weren't here earlier, I'm not going to pretend that I am okay, but I'm so happy for all the support that you have all been giving me. I see my brothers from my community, and I have to shout out, and he's not asking, but if you've watched my show, there's never a time when I'm not shouting somebody out. You know why? Because it costs me nothing. I don't have any reason to lie. If you don't ever hear me shouting out a certain name, that's because I'm not going to sit up here and lie. But the names that I shout out, it is because they well deserve it. And I'm so happy to have this particular person on this new crazy journey that Elle is speaking about. And he is my book designer, my cover designer. I have been with him for so many years. Mr. Bobby Ray Ivory. I think I met him through your former pastor, God rest his soul, El. And my mentor, Pastor J.G. McCann, I think he referred me to Bobby. I don't think he's still here on the show, but I'm mentioning him because he has never let me down, or anyone who I've referred to him. He is a solid person. He is a consummate professional, and I appreciate you dropping in just to make sure I'm okay. I really do. I see you, Deacon Sandra. I see you, my brother Junius, my brother Ron. And I don't know who's on Facebook, but I see you all, and I appreciate you all dropping in. But so this is not the me show tonight. It really is about supporting these two authors. They have shared with us so much that they're doing. Tamika, out of her loss, created a career as an author, and is helping not only those who are trying to navigate through the maze of loss, but also, if you heard her, she's created a book to teach children the fundamentals. And oh, you are still here. Awesome. He's still here. Look, I'm going to put his information in too, because there are some authors here. I'm going to put L's hashtag up here, Authors Unite. From that hashtag, you'll be able to link to him, because guess what? The contents of our books, fabulous. But if you don't have a cover that will sell it, you're gonna be in trouble. And I published my third book without him, but I won't make that mistake again. And so, but he is working with me now, so I'm redeemed, right, Bobby? I'm redeemed, but he's just an awesome person, him and his wife. And I'm happy for all those who God brings into my sphere of influence. Yes. Tamika, I'm serious. I'm not letting you go, because God sent you here. And so you'll be here. And like I said, when God expands your net, you have to take care of the net, because the net can be broken if you don't take care of it. And so let's talk about both your books. Where are you going next? How can my audience benefit from all the work that you're doing? Because as surely as I'm sitting here, as surely as Tamika is sitting here, and as surely as Elle is sitting here, there will be more losses, right? And how do we manage? And even as you said, they come across as children's books because your children needed to be able to live life without their dads, right? Yes. But there's something for us as adults. And how can we tap into the love that you're talking about? The love up, the love in, and then out, L. So, Tamika, would you start by telling us what you would have us take from your books, purchasing them, of course, but how can we stay in contact with you in the work that you're doing beyond just writing? And the same to you, Elle, after she goes, okay?
Yes, so all of my books are on Amazon. I do have an author's page, so it'll take you through a lot of the things that I've been through, the shows that I've been on, quotes that I've written. I am on Facebook as author Tamika Reed, Instagram as author _ Tamika _ Reed, and I do daily inspirational posts all the time. I try my very best, to get on there every single day to inspire people, to let them know no matter what you go through, do not give up. So even if you are going through something right now, I try my best to just give you that light that'll shine something on you, to let you know, hey, I need something positive right now. Let me read this and let me just keep on going. So yes, I just want to continue getting myself out there. I do want my memoir to become a movie. So I'm just working,
Just nice.
And while doing so, I'm just letting people know, do not give up, because it does get better. It does. And I've been in 4 car accidents, along with the losses and the struggles of being a single mom. I've been through a lot. So I'm here. I'm still standing. And I just want people to know, you got this. You're going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It's not easy. It's not easy, especially dealing with the loss of a loved one. It is not easy. And listen, my first daughter's father, I had to identify his body in my stairwell in a pool of blood. So it's not easy dealing with loss. My mom, You know, she and I, we didn't have a good relationship growing up, but we became like best friends. And I'm so happy that I had that opportunity before she passed away. So it's not easy dealing with loss, but I want
Yeah.
people to know, you know, your loved one will always be with you. And just keep in mind that you want to continue making them proud.
Yeah.
They want to see
Absolutely.
you happy. They want to see that smile on your face. So you got to keep that going. And that should motivate you to keep on pushing. But you're going to have your days. Dr.
Awesome.
Deborah, you are going to have your days, but you continue to go in prayer. And I'll be praying for you as well for
Oh,
strength and comfort during this difficult time. But just God will give you strength to make it through.
awesome.
He's gonna give you strength to make it through. You just gotta keep that relationship going, embrace the prayers, receive it, and you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
Amen. I appreciate that. And
Yes.
I will say my pastor eulogized my mother, Pastor Reverend Dr. Joe Albert Bush Sr. from the Walker Memorial
Mm-hmm.
Baptist Church in the Bronx, New York. And he gave us 3 points to take from it.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually used Proverbs 31.
Yes.
And he told us that our mother taught us to love.
Yes.
Our mother taught us to walk in our faith.
Yes.
And that our mother, as you were just saying, Tamika, taught us to prepare to die. Now, that was the hard one. That was
Yes.
the hard one, but it was certainly true. And
It's very true.
yes, and that is a part of, we come here knowing that death is a part of living, and
That's right.
it's just not the pleasant part. It's
No.
probably the most unpleasant part. But praise God for your inspiration and your ability to smile through all that you've gone through. We praise God for you. We praise God for you. Elle, talk to us. Talk to us.
I as I'm listening, right? 2 things that I had to write down. So no, 3 things. So I had to write down Tamika's information. I had to write down Bobby Ray's information. Thank you, brother.
Please
Thank
do.
you. Because here's what happened when I released the book. The Lord sent resources from the north, the south, the east, and the west. He sent me people to show me how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I literally I wanted to just pay, right? My thing, I was like, my dad used to say, pay for what you get, but get what you pay for, right? And I'm like, how much and how long?
Mm-hmm.
Right? That is my thing. And this one, I call her my book mother, but she's so much more. She said, no, the Lord told me I got to show you how to do this. Because you're going to have to release these at random. You can't be bothered with a whole lot of people and stuff. You're going to have to push these out. And she sowed that knowledge into me.
Wow.
And it took off from there. I mean, all kinds of stuff. So now I have a consulting business. So
all right.
Inc.biz is the consulting firm. I was a consultant for over 20 years, right? But he took that, what I did for the world, flipped it like he does. And so now that's one of the work streams for my consulting agency is word styling. So all things written, right? If it's your graphics, if you need your book written, if you need your book ghost written, if you need it edited, whatever it is that you need that has to do with words, we do that. And we kind of shepherd people through the process. And God has been so gracious. So I'm always looking for an editor, an author, an illustrator, a book cover designer, a graphic designer. Always looking for that because I know when God gives us something, it's a seed. We're going to have a harvest of whatever it is, right? And so that's what happened when I wrote my little old book. When I finally got the courage to release my little 40-something page book, right? This is what happens, right? And then people actually start buying it and listen to it and reading it, and they start to become inspired. And you're like, that was like a drop in the bucket, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because it was like, and then, but you're constantly dealing with the fear of the next. It's a Gideon fear. It's not a fearfulness, right? It's a fearlessness, right? Less fear is still
Like
there,
that.
right?
Yes.
And so
Right.
that's why I'm so excited about this whole thing. Like when I met Dr. Deb, I knew of Dr. Deb, but when we sat at that table, right, she then became tethered to me. Authors Unite, right?
Yeah.
Now we're not only all these other things, we're also people who are putting out this inspiration, this
Right.
motivation, literally documenting our testimonies,
Yep.
right? Because that's what it is. It's really
That's
telling
right.
people like, y'all, I done been through some stuff,
That's right.
but God. That's really what we're
But God.
That's
But
we're
right.
just saying, but
That's
God,
right.
right? We're just, Tamika, you're
Right.
saying it in a children's book about grief. You know, Dr. Deb is saying, look, you can still breathe. He put breath in your body, you can still breathe. Don't worry. You know,
That's right.
I'm saying you ain't gotta have no drama, but you had some, but God.
But
We're
God.
all just pointing that up. And so I just that's where I am. I'm in this consultancy, right? Faith-based
Beautiful.
everything.
Beautiful.
That's
You
right.
know, that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
We put
Amazing.
faith on it, and then we
That's
let it
right.
do what it's gonna do.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's
I'm
right.
just honored that you thought of me, especially in this month. Power to the pink. Look, you know,
Purple.
look. Let me tell you why pink. Now, look, now
Okay.
now you're gonna learn something. Dr. Bird, now you
I'm
know
listening, girl.
pink is a symbol of your right relationship with God. Now you know that blew me away.
Wow.
I said,
Let
well,
me write
Jesus,
this down.
right? Like this is the thing. Like when you love words, you get into research, right? To make you got to
Right.
research and
Yep.
you do all these things as an author that people just they don't put no respect on it. They just don't put no respect on it at all. Like you know what goes behind the
Teach us.
put some
That's
respect
true.
on my author, please, right?
All
And
right
so
now.
Right.
researching, you don't want to put out stuff that's not in you. The integrity goes up, right? And so I'm saying, well, okay, God, because pink is in everything. Like and that has become my new favorite color. It's part of my
Wow.
colors, right? And people were like, well, you know, men are not gonna wanna. I mean, you know, because pink, you can wear salmon. Look, you know I'm a fashionista. It's all kind of pinks, brother. Let me just say that, okay? When y'all watching football in October, them brothers is playing football with pink on, okay? All different shades.
Mm-hmm.
It's significant of right relationship with God.
Okay.
It's the mixture of red, right, for the blood and white for the righteous. I mean, that thing, I'm still in. I'm just still looking at it like,
Interesting. All right.
Wow.
can you believe it? Purple is royalty,
Yes.
Yeah.
right? It is.
Yeah.
But the
That's
pink,
great to know.
this
That's
month, yeah,
great to know.
let's get on
Yes.
that.
All right. Thank you for the education. We like
Yes.
that. We like that. No, look, I'm looking to learn something new every day. That
Right.
is what I've learned new
Absolutely.
today.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
What state are you in, Tamika? We're both in New York.
Oh, y'all from where I'm from. I miss being home.
Oh, it's cold today, so you
I
might
know.
not really miss it.
I heard, but
Yeah,
I'm
20
I'm
some
moving back
degrees.
soon. I'm tired of Georgia now.
Oh, you in Georgia?
Yeah,
Okay,
my
we
family,
here.
everybody is back home in New York. It's just me and my daughters here, and we are ready to come back home. So
All right.
I'm looking into it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll
But
welcome you, of course. It's
wow,
your
New
home.
York. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. See, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
What
We're
part?
Look at that.
I'm in the
What part of
boogie
New York?
down.
Boogie
What part of New
down.
York?
Boogie down.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? I have never gone to the Bronx.
Oh.
Oh,
What? Yes, you need to come home. You need a lesson.
yeah.
We're gonna pass tonight.
I have
But
never. I'm
oh,
like, hey,
well,
I'm from
what
Brooklyn. I
borough
have
were you
Queens
from?
and Manhattan
Queens.
right there. So I have never gone to the Bronx.
Don't
Wow.
say that again, okay?
Don't tell right. We won't
Look,
tell
look.
nobody.
We won't talk about that. Um, we'll get it right though, New York. We're gonna get it that right, Boogie Down. Minister Rodriguez says he looks good in pink. Okay.
Listen, let me right, that pink or that brown. Let me tell you, look,
Right.
I put it on. But that's the thing. I'm telling you, like that not just the whole thing about pink, but put on the righteousness. Like now, you see, because when you learn what it means, right? Then you're like, now you're like, oh yeah, let me hit it. Let me pop on some pink. They let everybody know I love them.
Right.
But yeah, isn't
awesome.
that something?
I like that.
Minister Rodriguez.
That's what he said.
Let me see you say something pink all month. Socks, something.
I'm pretty sure I've seen him in a shirt on Facebook, a picture in pink. I don't know. Are you still there, Minister Rodriguez? Well, he'll probably be on one of my shows in the future. We'll challenge him to wear something pink. You know.
Yes.
But no, it's good that he embraces that, and I'm just happy to have the information. So listen, I cannot see any Facebook comments. Y'all are pretty quiet over there, but listen, let me say this about Bobby. Bobby also, for those of you, you might have a cover designer, but he also does book trailers. He has sold so many books. His trailer has sold so many of my books. I was not the voice. I think it might have been his wife. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but he has his own team of people. All I did was give him the concept. He did the cover, so he knew what the book was about. So many books. He sold many books. Bobby, they calling you.
Bobby, I'm calling. That's here.
Listen, we're all in this together. Each one, we all build each other. And your book, the contents, I'm talking to all of those aspiring authors.
Yeah.
The content may be bomb, but your book will bomb if you don't have a great cover.
That's a fact.
And don't be afraid to invest in your book cover. It is the first thing people see. They have no idea what your book is about. So invest in your book cover. Yes, you can go to Fiverr, but I'm telling you, every book cover I've seen him design has so many books. Okay, so you have to have your idea. I'm just doing a little education now. He's still there. You heard us calling for you. Well, I was promoting you again, but Elle is calling. So I put his information, how to connect with him on Facebook. But listen, these books can sell themselves if you're doing like the daily inspirationals that Tamika's talking about. But what if you're not? Let a book trailer do the selling of your book. That book still sells off of the book trailer. The cover, I gave him a picture of my daughter. I think she was 3 at the time, Bobby. Bobby just put his website in the chat.
Yes. Gotcha. Thank you. I was waiting, Bobby, because you was a little slow. We were trying to get you in. Bobby. Okay.
But he took the picture of my daughter. She was 3 at the time. And produced this beautiful book cover, and it still sells, not just the book cover, but with the use of the trailer as well. So if you're an aspiring author out there, your book is not going to sell without a powerful cover. Contact Mr. Bobby Ray Ivory. Connect with him on Facebook. His website is www.Ivory Coast Media. I'm going to run a banner real quick. He had no idea. Listen, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. My brother from another mother called me today to help prepare me for tonight, because I didn't know if I was gonna be a mess like I've been a mess or what. But he called me, and then my girl, who's also been a frequent guest on my show, we talked for almost 2 hours today. And one thing that they both told me. Well, he lost his mother less than a year ago, so we have that in common as well. Bobby, I'm pretty sure I'm talking too much and messing this up. And if so, please correct me and I'll fix it. She told me, and he told me.
Media.
See, look, let's fix that.
I'm an editor, y'all. Did I tell?
No, she is, and that's good.
Oh, Jesus.
because I'm trying to do too much here because my assistant isn't with me. Is it .com, L?
Yeah.
ivycoachmedia.com?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's fix that. Yeah, so one thing I'm not is going to hold back when I know I can't do anymore, you know, I can't. But this show has been very, very healing in a way for me because of the content that you two have shared. And I appreciate you. And I thank God for you because I know a whole lot of authors, but you're reaching out to Mika got you to be the first one. And then I reached out to Ellen. So God makes absolutely no mistakes. And if we walk closely enough with him, we won't make a whole lot of mistakes. We won't, you know,
That's
if we
a fact.
rely on him. So there's Bobby's link. He's and I'm gonna say this. We can lose a lot of money doing this because some people are only out to make a quick buck. That's not been my experience with Mr. Ivory.
He said, I'm not thirsty. Lord have mercy.
You know what? I'm probably needing to wrap up, but it has not been my experience. Say,
but Dr. Deb, this is the thing. Kingdom-minded people know that God is such a good provider that you don't have to do much. He says little becomes much. So when people is doing the most, I tend to be like, yeah, not you. Like you doing too much. God don't. He said, I just give you a mustard seed and you can move a whole mountain. So clearly, Bobby, you the right one because that's what happens. And then what happens is he pushes so much into your bosom, you're operating at overflow. So then what did Bobby say? He said, no, that was my a team member.
A team member.
Bobby got a team, y'all. He's not a solopreneur. Right. But that's what happens where God expands you. When you just put the little bit I ain't got much, God. This is all I got left. Seriously.
Right. Yeah.
And then he just, Dr. Deb, she's getting ready. I'm telling y'all, y'all don't even understand this here, right? And I'm telling you, she is. It's not. It is about her. Like it can't not be about her too. It just can't be. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. It just can't be because he says, I will honor who you honor. I'll bless those who you bless, right? And so you gotta bless the person that blesses you because that's how God said to do it.
That's right.
That's how it works.
That's
and
true.
So we can't get on a platform that the Lord had her build and not give her honor. Right? You can't. Yeah, see, Dr. I know, but and the thing is, he knows who to give this stuff to.
That's right.
He knows your humility. He already know that.
That's right.
He know you ain't gonna get the big head. That's why he give it to you.
Right.
Right. And so I'm saying that to say, if you're an author out there, right, shiny does not mean shiny don't mean that it's going to be good. Shiny is not shiny. You know, I always say the anointing is not shiny. It's oily. There's a difference.
Yeah.
It's not shiny. It's not woo. It's not a big price tag. Like I said, the Lord brought the high places down, y'all. If you got anything written, you can put it out tomorrow in 48 hours.
Yep.
On Amazon.
Yes, you can. Right. Yes, you can.
Right.
With the proper knowledge and the proper resources, you can put that stuff out like that. You can be popping out a book every other day. I'm in book clubs. I'm in book groups where these people are popping out books a week.
Right.
That's not the key. The key is to have the right team, the right resources, the right people in your life, the right person looking at the right person doing your book cover, right? The right person, the right person touching it. Because your content, right? It's important. Handle with care. Don't just give it to anybody. Trust me, I've had big publishing houses look at my stuff all these years, over a 20-year period. And he never let me. I've had pastors look at my manuscript. They done lost it. I mean, everybody that I thought should touch it, right? He didn't have them touch it. He had one little, I'm going to say little, but she's a giant. But one person who I put it in her hands, and she sold it back. She gave it the honor, and then it blew up. And then what happens when I go up? She's connected to me. She goes up. That's how it works. So if you're an author, I'm telling you, just put the integrity in words. Yeah. And make sure that you get it into the right person's hands.
To the right hands. Into the right hands.
That's what I want to. I gotta say that part because I'm telling you, there's people that will take your manuscript and run with it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Absolutely. Don't let people say, "Oh, I done wrote 52 books." Let me tell you something. You can download free content, book content, and become an author.
Absolutely, and never write it.
Public domain got a whole bunch of stuff people just threw out there.
That's right.
That you can just put your name on. Trust me. Look for the integrity with whom you are putting your testimony, your words, your whatever. Even I have clients who write novels, who write fiction. Even that, it's coming from you, right? Think about Stephen King.
Yeah.
Because look at here. Right. But I use him too in my coaching because the reality is he has a process. It works. He has certain people that touch it, certain people that are involved, and he has a method for success every single time.
Yeah, and he is successful. Yeah,
he's an we authors unite. Like if he called my name, I'm going to the interview. Anybody else? I'm going.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna talk about Jesus, but I'm still going.
Sure.
I watch horror movies and I still love Jesus. So I'm going to go to Stephen King. Stephen, call me right now. I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness, that's the point. Like Tamika is getting her, she's got her method now. She's getting, I'm getting into my rhythm now. Dr. Deb is, because I tell you, after that first one, you get to start saying, oh, wait a minute. I can do this. Your confidence comes on up. She said, did y'all hear Tamika say she about to have a movie?
Yeah, she is.
No, let me, okay, I'm going to say it because I'm going to agree with it. She gonna have a movie, y'all. Do y'all know since COVID, how much streaming services and small screen written works have become successful? Do y'all realize that? Yeah. Do y'all know how many people screenwriters were looking for work?
Yep.
I need y'all to understand it. So these words that we are writing, come on, Tamika.
You're right.
Just let me be an extra.
Look, let us get her to the Bronx and show her the landscape up here. You're a New York girl, ain't never been to the Bronx. But it's okay. Listen, I have Bobby's direct cell phone number scrolling across. The team member who did the voiceover for my trailer, her name is Miss Shakini Jennings. And so, look, he have a whole team. He has a whole team. He also wanted us to know that he's not thirsty. And this is important, just to put an end note on what Elle was telling you all. If you have someone who says that they are a cover artist, but their prices are not comparable to those who have been in this profession for a very long time, that should be a red flag for you. That should be like a pause for you, because it might indicate that they're thirsty and that they're actually trying to pay 2 or 3 bills off of one contract, your book. So you might want to reach out to Elle, because she's written, she's on her 5th book. Did you say that? One of you said 5th book.
I'm getting ready to start my 6th book. Leave me alone.
She's getting No, that's good. And I'm sharing this because so many people have books within them that they need to birth, but you don't want to cut edges. And I have a whole friend who was like, "Oh, I didn't know you edit books." She's paying like thousands and thousands to some big box company. I'm like, not that I give friend rates. I've decided I'm not giving any more friend rates because the work is not different. Okay, there are no friend rates, but I would have been more competitive than that. I mean, when I say thousands of dollars, and she had to get an editor. So she, it's just
Listen, y'all.
Look.
Listen. Okay. Hear me well. I was ready to pay. I hope y'all didn't miss that part.
I heard you.
I was ready to pay the upwards of $20,000 because I just wanted to get it done. Lord, God is on me. I just want to get this thing done, and I'm just done with all this trying to figure out who's the best. Here, take my 20 grand and go. But he sent one person that I met on Facebook that didn't know me from a can of paint, who could just hear from God.
Yes.
And she said, this is what I'm supposed to sow into you. Wow. This is what you're supposed to do. And from that, she has pushed me out. She's the one that got me into graphics. Somebody said the other day, oh my God, who does your graphics? And I'm like, go click on elchanelink.biz/word and we'll do you we'll put some graphics together. I just finished doing a campaign, a whole month, a Women's History Month campaign for somebody.
Wow.
And 4 years ago, I didn't know what I'm paying for that.
Wow. Right. Awesome.
$150 for a flyer. Don't let them get you, y'all. Okay.
Right. But they're out there. They're out there, and they're looking for you. They're looking for you because you're also hungry. Like Bobby just said, he's not hungry. That means that he has his own price, has his price list. You should honor the price list of people who have been doing this work, who have a resume of successful work. Right. I am his walking resume tonight. If you want to, you can go to St. Luke Baptist Church.org probably, and you will find Pastor McCann's list of books that Bobby Ray did. The cover 24 books.
The man put 24 books out before he left here. Do y'all hear me?
Before he left this earth.
24 books.
And let me tell you something, and I learned this from Pastor McCann. When you find someone who's going to honor your work, like Elle was saying, you can't let everybody touch your work. There's no reason for you to look elsewhere. Right. I got caught in a maze. That's the only reason he did not do my second book. And let me tell you what that maze was. Trying to help somebody who was hungry. Oh. I love my cover, right? But I went through changes to get it done, right? And that's not necessary. That's not necessary when you're dealing with someone who's a professional. And one of my favorite quotes from Christ is, do not throw the pearls to the swine. Mm-hmm. My daughter said, Mommy, that's all you used to say. That's all you used to say. My daughter's 17. So she was 3 when Bobby did my book cover. And so now that's 14 years later. I'm still working with him. Why? Because his reputation has earned him the right for me to come back to him over and over again and to refer him out. So it's more than just writing a book. It's more than just taking your notes. I'm a scriber. I don't type. I write it in my pad first. I got notebooks everywhere. And then I go to typing. Is that you, ladies? Is that you? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That seems like a heavy lift.
Just paper everywhere.
That's you.
No
right?
papers.
Paper everywhere, right?
Right. Oh gosh.
All everywhere. But then it becomes, the packaging of your work. Yeah. And the cover artist is incredibly important to the process. So that's why he gets the promotion tonight, because he's earned it, not because I'm not that person anymore. I lost my mama. So y'all ain't gonna see a whole lot of what has been before. I'm not giving free promotion to people who will never ever repost anything I say. But I'm constantly reposting them. Is that another show, ladies? I think so.
Wait a minute. Yes. But that's a whole another one right there. Because let me tell you how significant this thing is. That even in these author groups, right? Because I'm telling you about becoming an author. Once you cross over, right, now you're in another group, right? And you're in these author groups. We can't even do a follow trail for Instagram with integrity, y'all. See, y'all gotta understand it. These people are like, I want to get to 10K and be monetized, but I'm gonna follow you for 3 days and then I'm gonna unfollow you. See,
Yes.
integrity.
You know that, right?
Why? Okay, I had to say
I just
it.
had to
Nobody
clear
wasn't
my
gonna say it.
page
I'm
the
gonna say
other
it.
day.
Let me tell you something. I got the time and I got plenty of petty to go through once a week and see who done unfollow me.
Yep.
Well,
I got the time because you know what? You gonna learn today.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay. Being an author, you have to be vigilant about what it is that you're birthing.
That's right.
Do you just let your kids go anywhere?
Nope.
Do you just do you put any kind of clothes on your kids when they go out? No, sir, no, ma'am. That's your book cover. Do you just let anybody handle your stuff? Nope. Do you take them to the one babysitter and they don't feed them for 5 hours and then you come back and you gonna give your money again? Nope, you
Never.
sure don't.
Right.
This is the same way you handle
That's
what
right.
took you, whatever it took you to get out,
Yeah,
because
that's
the behind the scenes.
That's
right.
And it's
One
very
of the things,
important.
I don't know if you ladies have, if you experienced this, like I wrote it, but I don't want to release it. That
Right.
is a thing.
Yep.
Okay, that is part of becoming an author. That is part of being a writer, and that's what I coach on. Right?
That's right.
People have books written. I had a client 20 something years. She had this book written. Okay.
Wow.
I was like, that book is done, sis, and we getting it out.
Right.
And once she released that book, do y'all know what happened? Can I tell y'all, she is not only a 2-time published author, best-selling author,
Wow.
but she also has helped so far 2 of her family members write their books, and she now has her own publishing company, and she has a podcast.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
That's results, right? And
That's
the
right.
thing is, let me tell you something. And it wasn't about money, because the honor was there. Right? The honor was there. And so all the other things that she touches, guess who she says? She does what you're doing with Bob. Hey, you want to get it out? You want to get your stuff done? Talk to Elle. Why? Because
and that's how we have to be.
Yeah.
That's how we have to be.
That's right.
Come on.
And I'm not just being gracious. It's just the truth, Robbie. It's the truth. He has given us a link to his latest trailer, his latest book trailer. It's on YouTube. Go and check it out. I put it there for everyone. Listen, I want to wind down. My shows always go over. I'm so sorry. I was thinking, well, tonight is not going to go over, but I think it's jewels that we are dropping. Like Minister Rodriguez says, these are some serious jewels y'all are sharing. That's because we want other authors to be successful.
Yeah.
Right.
We want you to be successful without losing a lot of money. You know, it's just that simple. It's that simple. Elle will get you ready. Tamika will show you how to get that movie deal. I will show you how to sell $1,000 worth of your books right away. See, that's something that we need, that because everybody is so anxious to buy your books. I'll show you how to price them right, because y'all out here pricing them wrong. Y'all are mispricing your books. And people are going to look at that, because there are only so many family and friends who are going to buy your $20 book when you have 20 pages in it, right? So I'm going to teach you how to properly price your book so that you can get your return on your investment and sell $1,000 worth of your books within 30 days. You need that without putting $20,000 into the production of the book that doesn't include your editing, or $3,000 or $4,000. Let us help you. Elle has the hashtag Authors Unite. Elle, don't you also have a book group on Facebook? Do you?
Okay, so
I'm just trying to get it out there, because, and Tamika, give me put in the private chat so we can put that up here too, because what happens is I replay these. I'll replay it tonight. I'll repost it tonight, and I'll post it twice tomorrow. And then people will find it on YouTube based on the hashtags that I put out there. But I want, the reason why I keep putting the things about Bobby is because I want people to easily find you. So if you have that group that you want us to share here, give it to me. If not, just follow them. They've given you their contact. Tamika is right there. Her books. Okay.
Mhm.
Tamika, do you have a profile on Amazon too where they can find you on Facebook or
Yes,
Instagram? Okay.
that link is my author's page. So
That's her
it
author's
has
page.
all my books on there and everything else that I've done. It
Okay.
has it on there. Yeah.
So you all can find her, and the same with
Mhm.
Elle. All of Elle's services are in her elchanellink.biz/shop for the things that you need. Sometimes you need to, what is it, a la carte the services, and sometimes you
Right.
just need the packages. Go there, see what you need, but don't
Mhm.
spend a lot of money that you'll never be able to see a
Not on the
return on your
front end.
investment.
Not on the
Not on the
front
front
end.
Right.
end,
Not
because
on the front end.
the promotion is a whole nother thing. Marketing is a whole nother thing.
It's,
But
Yes, it
tell them.
is.
See that's the part. See, once you become again, once you become an author, you are an authorpreneur,
yeah,
right?
Mhm.
You don't have a publishing house that
Mhm.
is in your royalty business,
right.
Right.
right? That's like we want you to sell 50,000 books because we're gonna take most of that money.
Right.
Right.
Um, so when you are putting these books out, you have to understand that, yeah, Tamika said, I try to get on every day. Why? Because I need to sell books every day.
Mhm.
I desire not even just to sell books, but I desire for people to get this message,
That's
right?
right.
I
That's right.
desire for you to get healed and help you with your grief. Girl, let me tell you
That's
something.
right.
I'm getting them books because I got two boys. And
Mhm.
I'm telling you, we have had deaths in our family.
Mm.
Okay. And it affects you. I
Yeah.
remember that now. I remember the first one that at 9. I remember
Right.
that. And I remember what it did to me.
Right.
And so, and there were no books and there were no,
Mm-mm.
therapists wasn't a thing, especially in our community back in the 70s. It wasn't.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so, to have these resources, I also have a group, Wife, Mom, Boss,
Mhm.
super powerful group where I share tools. We share all kind of mommy stuff. So, I'll be
Okay.
sharing that. We also have a super powerful, single mom spotlights, right? So,
Mhm.
when you become a wife, you come on in every day. But we do have that spotlight, so make sure that I'll get your link and share it so that we have those tools. We need stuff, girl. We need these
Yes.
resources.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
So
yes, there's the book club
there's the book
These
online.
club,
spot.
everybody. So we're
Okay.
gonna wind down, and before I give, I believe Tamika the last word tonight. Let me promo next week's show. My friend said, "Look, Deb, if you don't want to do it next week after tonight, don't do it." But I do want to do it. Um,
I
second
want
week,
to.
that
Mhm.
will be the Women of Justice show with some
Mhm.
of my justice sisters. We're out there in the streets. One sister, she's kicking down doors of airplanes, and we got sisters upstate doing their thing. And then you've seen my frequent guest, who is my true justice sister, and I don't mean that in any disparaging way to the others. I just mean that she and I, we've been at this for such a long time together. We're like hand in glove when it comes to doing this work. And so you please look out for these ladies because they are doing it. We have people from upstate. If you are familiar with the Daniel Prude case and the horrible
Mhm.
outcome from the grand jury not indicting the officers who murdered him in the
Mhm.
street, and he was mentally ill. They put a bag over his head. So we're going to have somebody from upstate and Rochester and Albany and here down here in New York. And we're just going to talk about what their work is like as justice fighters and how
Right.
they maintain a work-life balance. That should be interesting for all of us and for our young girls who are aspiring to be justice fighters also, because they see us as their mothers doing it, or they see us as mentors
Right.
doing it.
Yeah.
Where do they fit in, and how do we honor the youthful desire to be justice fighters, but in a very different way from us? And so I'm looking forward to that if God spares life, and if it is His will, come on back next Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here, and we'll speak to these dynamic sisters who are doing the justice fight. Tamika, would you like to have the last word this evening? Let me look. Yes.
I just want to say it was a pleasure speaking to you both. I will follow you, Miss Chanel, and I will keep in contact with both of you guys. It was amazing being on here. I just want people to know, no matter what you go through in life, hold on to your faith and keep on pushing, because it's going to
Amen.
be okay. And also, Dr. Deb, I want you to know, because I know you just said something about if you don't feel like doing the show, somebody told you if you don't feel like doing the show next week or something like that. I think if you continue doing the show, it'll help the process to give you that comfort, because a lot of times when you're doing something that you love and enjoy doing, it helps you. It helps you a lot. You know, no matter what you're going through, being able to help someone else, it helps a lot. So I think that you should continue doing the show, because you got to keep that smile going. It won't be easy, but you got to keep that beautiful smile going. You cannot, sit around, because this is something that your mom will want you to continue. So do that show next week. Do it.
Right. And the next one.
And the next one. Next week. Keep that beautiful smile going. This is something that, I know you hearing your mother's voice in the back of your head, like, hey, listen, do that show. Do what makes you happy. And being able to make someone else happy is going to give you that joy as well. Because, like I said, I love and enjoy doing what I do. When I hear someone say, Tamika, thank you, I needed that, that gives me joy, because I'm like, you know what? I don't care about the money. That's not me, because this is God's plan for my life. I am so happy that I was able to make someone else smile. I'm happy that I was able to hear them say, well, Tamika, you made my day. I used to drive for Lyft, and I used to hear it all the time. And I'm so mad that I had to stop due to COVID, because that was like my own ministry. You never know what a person is going through.
That's
You never know until you start talking. And then I'm telling you, I used to keep tissue in my back seat, because these people will get in the car like everything is all good, but the minute you start talking, they leave in my car with tears in their eyes. And I used to say, I'm not sharing my story for you to cry, and I don't want you to feel sorry for me. But come to find out, they were battling their own issues and whatever it is that they were going through. And it was so amazing that I had the chance to connect with them, because once they leave my car, it's like, I'm so happy I met you. And I'm like, this is God's plan. But I love and enjoy doing what I do, because no matter what I went through and no matter what, being able to help someone else will help keep you going. So do that show next week. Do that show. Keep that beautiful smile going. Your mother's still with you.
Yes.
She may not be here in the flesh, but she is still with you. Trust me. Stay strong.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you both. I'm just so thrilled to have you both, and to be able to be on this platform tonight with you. You have been a blessing to me, and I pray God's richest blessings over both your lives, your children's lives, your husband's life, your entire ministry. Get that movie done, Tamika. Continue to help others, Elle, and all that we're about to do. God bless you all. I'll see you two in the green room. Don't leave. Good night, everyone. See you next week.
Good night, everyone. We love you.
Everyone.